calendar, it is Wednesday, June 19th at 6 o'clock p.m. And let's start with a flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. You want to call the roll there, Dave? Commissioner Purcell?
Fire District 12, Commissioner, Position 1.
Here.
Fire District 12, Position 2 is open. Fire District 12, Commissioner 3 is present.
Okay, thank you. Are there any adjustments to the agenda that you would like to make, Dave?
No, looks good.
Okay. We will move on then to the approval of the consent agenda, which consists only of approving the minutes for the regular meeting of June 5th. And I want to apologize, I forgot to put our logo on the copy that you have, but that is the official copy, so I'm not a great secretary. Okay, so I would entertain a motion for approval of the minutes.
I move that we approve the minutes.
Second? All in favor, or excuse me, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, commissioner comments. Dave, do you have any?
Yes. I'd just like to thank the community, whether you're here tonight or whether you're watching. The sheriff helped, Mr. Netherland helped, the commissioners helped, everybody did their little piece, but the ones that really made this all happen was the community. And I just want to thank the community, whether you're here or whether you're watching, just thank you for allowing this to happen. That's it.
Okay, thank you. I just want to say that I want to echo what David said. We've had a lot of people reaching out for offering help for our community. And I want to thank West Mason Fire District, Central Mason Fire District. We've had contacts from the Ording Fire Department and Green Diamond also, and even the PUD was very nice to us. So it's really heartwarming to know that we have support in what we're trying to do. So thank you, everyone. Okay, public comment. Does anybody have any public comment? Anybody? Nothing to talk about? Okay.
These meetings are getting boring.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Nick's probably got a public comment. He's here just in time.
Oh, no? Okay, let's move on then to unfinished business. And tonight we have our Position 2 applicant reviews, or interviews, not reviews. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have each of them come up and give them, we could give them 5 minutes to talk if you want. Dave, you can kind of be the timer. And we actually only have 2 applicants. Several of the others have withdrawn their applications. So tonight we're going to start with Kenneth Smith. If you want to come up here, Ken, you can sit down, relax.
The hot, cushy seat.
And they can hear you. So you want to
give you the mic for a couple minutes if you want to just address anything that I have a couple questions.
Okay.
Would you just fire off on the questions?
Go for it.
Okay. Have you ever had any experience with the Mason County Fire District 12 or any other fire experience?
Yes, I have. Started in 1986 with a couple private companies, went in the Air Force, then I was on with Airwood Heights Fire in Spokane, went back to California, got back with the companies. The original one, they expanded, so we renamed. and did a lot more stuff. Moved back to Washington, and then I got with 12 in 2011 till 2018.
There are 2 applicants for the MCFD 12 position 2, and only one will be seated. If you are not appointed, what will you do?
I'll still support the fire department. Do whatever I can to help.
Okay. When did you learn of the fraud situation at Mason County Fire District 12, and what do you know about it?
Learned about it when the auditor's report came out. So that's the only thing, and watching the meetings.
Okay. Trina?
Okay, how, as in your past, when you worked with other people, how do you normally build consensus?
What do you mean?
For instance, if you're on this board and you have a difficult topic and not everybody's on the same page, what kind of steps would you take to build consensus?
Discuss it
Okay.
best we can and try to hopefully work some resolution.
Okay. In making tough decisions for the district, as an example, how would you prioritize that process? Like, what things would you put first in making your decisions?
The community members.
Okay. Would that be the only one, or?
Well, they'd come first, and then the fire department, the employees and the equipment and stuff.
Okay. And then how would you view your role as a representative of the district to the community?
How do I view it?
Yeah. How would you implement your role as a representative of the fire district?
We'll listen to what the community has to say and try to help with what they need.
Okay. Okay, I don't have any other questions. We could open it up to 2 questions from the audience. Does anybody have any questions? No? Okay. Thank you.
Ken, do you have
Ken.
anything you want to add
Yeah.
before you leave the hot seat?
I don't.
And I think I called you Chief to start with. I
It's all right.
apologize.
Did you get the list from Mike of what I did?
No, I did not.
Okay.
But-
It's a long list
It-
explaining everything.
Okay, okay.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, our next applicant then is Stephen Ingram. Steve, come on up. You want to start with just talking first?
I do have a moderate
Okay.
few minutes to add. First, I'm not campaigning or lobbying for this position like many who are sitting at this table have not. But I feel compelled to offer service to the community in which I live. So to the community and to the commission in which I live and serve, my name is Steve Ingram, and I've been a permanent resident of Fire District 12 for about 15 years, since 2009 or so, and have, through a 35-year naval career in the submarine service, lived in both Mason and Kitsap counties adjacently for the bulk of my adult life. I'm a Pacific Northwest native. I grew up in the small timber town of Cresswell, Oregon, and then still the small rural town, lumber town of Eugene, Oregon. As a result of my joining the Navy in 1982, I was fortunate to stay in my home of the Pacific Northwest. which I'm blessed with every day. That said, I also recognize the distress of my home community here in Matlock. And I seek this appointment not for my personal gain or any alliance or any other purpose, other than I think I have skills and abilities and experience that might benefit the commission in righting a capsized ship, if you will, sorry for my Navy parlance, of Fire District 12, which is well underway, thanks to Commissioner Young, Commissioner Purcell, and Chief Brown. What are those experiences and skills, you might ask? And that's rightfully that you should. I have substantial executive experience in management of small and large organizations, including the things that trouble Fire District 12. Budgeting, fiscal accountability, small organizational management ranging from ordering pens and pencils in the military and toilet paper for a 12-man division to deploy for 6 months on a submarine, to managing a $4 billion ordnance inventory with a multi-million-dollar budget out of Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, throughout the entire Western Pacific region, including Japan, Okinawa, Guam, and Diego Garcia. Does that make me special? No, it does not. But I also have the time and resources to commit to Fire District 12 and the community in which I might serve. So to summarize, I have experience in regulatory compliance. I have briefed vice presidents, cabinet secretaries, directors of agencies, senators, representatives, and so forth. And I don't say that again to boast, but rather to say I'm not afraid of interagency organization, contact, and bringing resources together that might be necessary in, again, restoring Fire District 12. And my only motive here is to provide whatever time and resources are necessary in support of this community. Thank you.
Okay. Dave, go ahead.
Okay. Have you ever had any experience with Mason County Fire District 12 or any other fire experience?
I have experience not with Fire District 12, but as a Navy veteran serving in the submarine force. We are well trained in a variety of disaster control, fire, flooding, famine, frogs in the bilges, so forth. But also I would say I served as a few-year period as the Environmental Disaster Preparedness Officer in a Site 1 pristine nature preserve in La Maddalena, Italy, in the Mediterranean, and have a number of experiences that might lend to that service.
There are 2 applicants for the MCFD 12 position 2, and only one will be seated. If you're not appointed, what will you do?
As my fellow veteran stated, I would support the commission. Again, I am not here for personal gain or prestige or otherwise. I'm here to support the commission and the community.
And when did you learn of the fraud situation at Mason County Fire District 12, and what do you know about it?
I have learned of the fraud situation 3 to 4 years ago when the state auditor's report came out and was widely publicized. And what I know about it is thorough research of that report and the difficulties that were noted in there. And I would say that my experience lends to fixing those things. When I say that, what I mean is you don't work on a nuclear ship with with nuclear weapons and so forth without audit and deficiencies and corrective actions and fiscal responsibility and accountability.
Okay. What is your experience in building consensus in small groups? Or how would you go about that?
Well, when there is discord amongst a group who have a common aim, it's important to define the fundamental purposes of the organization and then come to consensus on how best to pursue that with amicability, because consensus is not the right answer per se, but rather it is the ability for a team to come to a conclusion that everybody can and will support and is the right answer.
The decision-making process for this district isn't going to always be easy. How would you prioritize? That doesn't sound like a clear question, but how would you prioritize the issues that would face you in a particular decision?
First and foremost, it's important for the commission to move forward in a legal method, right? One, it's understandable that there is no slight personal and civil liability for the individual members of the council, or the commission rather, but also liability for the district. So it's important to prioritize the fiduciary responsibility of the district first, the individual second, and third, to also put together the policies, priorities, and necessary means for the folks who serve the district to not run afoul of those laws, regulations, and associated compliance requirements.
Okay, thank you. How would you view your role as a representative of this district when you're out in the community?
First and foremost, again, as a representative of the community, to be honest, faithful to the oaths that our commissioners take in public service, and to be fiduciarily responsible for the fund. You guys pay taxes for this. That's no small endeavor, right? And as I recall my military service, I won't boast or brag, but my responsibility in that regard was to strap on my uniform every morning, look in the mirror, and say, how am I going to give the taxpayer $2 of work for $1's pay today? Now, I'm not in this for any pay. I'll tell you that. I don't think we're getting rich. Well, we aren't. They aren't off of this proposition. But rather, the sense of service is the paycheck. And that's how I would respond to that.
Okay.
Commissioner Young.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm
Is
also
there-
willing to answer any questions.
Yeah, is there anybody in the audience that would like to ask a question?
Excuse me?
Where do you live at?
I live about 4 minutes up the road off of Old Project 5 Road, now called Winchester Way.
Oh, okay. You're on the upper Project 5.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody
You
else?
just clear your property?
No, but further down, about a half mile, there's been some recent clearing in the last few years. Our place has been there since about 2007.
I think we had an aid call there.
You did some years ago. My sister fell off a horse.
Yes, that's what it was.
And I will add this, if I may, commissioners. I don't have any conflict of interest. I don't have any personal, professional, whatever thing here, but I do have compelling interest in serving the community. My sister lived next door, and some years ago, we called 911 and she fell off a horse and shattered her shoulder. And next door from me, she hollered, "Stephen, help." I also have my 2 daughters and 4 grandchildren living next to me in this area. So, between myself and my family, I've got 9 people living here who deserve and should have, responsible emergency services available for which we pay. And that's my aim, is to help the commission provide that. Pardon me?
Well-timbered area.
Yeah, cleared a few years ago. Yes, I think you mentioned, yeah, we cleared, Minky cleared 50 acres or so adjacent to us, yeah.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, Ken, since you didn't use all of your time, is there anything you want to add? I said, since you didn't use all of your time, is there anything you would like to add? Okay, all right. We are now going to go take a break into executive session pursuant to RCW 4230-110, Section 1H, to evaluate the qualification of candidates for appointment to elective office. And it is 6:20, and we will return at 6:35 in 15 minutes. sign, what'd you say?
His name?
Oh. Okay, shall we get back to order, please? Okay, I want to thank everybody for listening and for the two candidates for coming and talking to us. This whole process has really shown me what an awesome community that we have and the amazing amount of credentials and experience in this area is just fantastic. And saying that, I hope that anybody that has been interested in the past will continue to participate, because you're all a very important part of our community and of our fire district. So,
Janet,
yes,
One thing.
yes.
Just want to reiterate and make sure everyone understands, all three of these positions are appointments. So they will, all three of us, if we're still here, will have to run in November of '25 and will be voted on. And anybody that wants to throw their hat in the ring in November of '25 can do so at that time. I just want to
Sounds
make
like
sure
we are.
everybody understands that.
Lots of qualified people.
They'll start in May. Sign up in May for that position.
Right.
Okay. Having said that, I will make a motion to appoint Stephen Ingram to the Commissioner position 2 on the Matlock Fire District Commission Board.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Steve, you might as
Seats up there.
Not yet. Trina.
our county auditor's gonna,
So we have our auditor here to do the swearing in right now.
yep, come, gotta have him sign in.
But I need the two of you to complete the top portion of the certificate of appointment. And then I'll be honored to administer the oath of office. And I got a special pen for the occasion, bought it brand new.
Oh.
Suitable for framing.
But hey, first, if I could echo, while the paperwork's being done, the community support, the support of those. Previously, I think there were a number of candidates when this first came about, and Ken was one of those. Like I said, this is not a campaign for me or a PR thing for me. It's about doing the best for our community. I know Ken
Steve's name and his resident.
thinks the same way, and I endeavor
We don't know
to
that
do
yet.
exactly that.
You want me to fill it out?
The job is in the spelling of the paperwork.
It is.
Red tape, red tape, red tape.
It's a beautiful moment, right?
Well, at the moment,
That's what this committee pulled together and take it back to their fire district.
that is a beautiful moment.
And the entire nation was watching, but this is really an expression of the inherent power of the people. So congratulations to all of you, to everybody else in Fire Protection District 12.
Right now, you're in the height of your popularity, and it's all downhill from here. Congrats. That's what they told me 10, 15 years ago. I'm Steve. Well, that's what Herb told me when I was a school board, same thing. He hit it right on the head.
Have his position. Okay. And there you go. That's a beautiful can.
Everything correct, Auditor?
Yeah. Everything is correct and indicates position two. So this is the formal paperwork signed by Commissioner Young and Commissioner Purcell appointing Commissioner Ingram. And so now I'd like to move on to the oath of office. So Steve, please raise your right hand. I, you have to state your name.
I, Steve Ingram,
Do solemnly swear or affirm,
do solemnly swear,
or affirm,
I swear,
that I am a citizen of the United States and the state of Washington,
that I am a citizen of the United States and the state of Washington,
that I am legally qualified to assume the office of Fire Protection District Number 12, Fire Commissioner, position number 2,
that I am legally authorized to assume the position of Mason County Fire Protection District 12, position number 2, Commissioner,
and that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States
and that I will support the laws and Constitution of the United States
and the state of Washington,
and the state of Washington,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of this office
and that I will faithfully
and
and impartially discharge the duties of this office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Steve, I'll have you sign and put your name here, and then I'll fill out the rest. I'll take the official copy back to the auditor's office, keep it on file for future reference.
Thank you.
And make sure that you all have copies for the district.
Thank you, Auditor Dunkel.
My pleasure, my honor. That's Steve. All right, now the hard part begins. Yes.
Sorry. Sign some dates of it.
All right, congratulations. Take your seat, get busy. Okay? And I'll get you guys copies.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Trudy.
I'd like to point out this time that to all those in attendance and all those watching and the county commissioners that we now have a full board.
We've come a long way.
And it was uphill all the way.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move right along to new business. And we are going to open applications for an interim administrative assistant position pursuant to RCW 4112-080. This position, we will officially post it on Monday. It will be open for 7 days from Monday, June 24th until 5 p.m. Monday, July 1st. And this is an interim or temporary position. that reports to the chief and will be hired by the chief. So this is not an elective position. So the chief will be doing the hiring. There won't be public interviews or any of that because of the type of position that it is. I will tell you that it will be a part-time position for 96 hours a month at $25 an hour, minus the usual payroll taxes that have to come out of that. There will be no benefits and no contract. So at some point in the future, we will obviously be filling that as a permanent position, and I don't know if those details will change or not at this point in time. So does anybody have any questions about that? Okay, so I make a motion that we open the applications for interim administrative assistant position pursuant to RCW 4112-080. Do I hear a second?
I second.
Is there any discussion?
Nay.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Okay, commissioners' reports. First off, I would like to state that Kim Hogan and I attended the Central Mason Fire District meeting on June 12th in support of a commendation given to Central Mason's Medic 58 EMT unit, who provided support and professionalism and uplifted the spirits of the Fire District 12 responders on the scene of a particularly difficult call we had recently. And it was an honor to be there to represent the district. And we certainly appreciate very much the help of the EMTs from Central Mason. So that was a nice thing to be able to do. I will be attending the West Mason Commission meeting on Thursday, June 26th at 4 p.m. So that's on my agenda. And I just want to let you all know that we are hoping to have our financial system up and ready in time to pay bills at the next regular meeting. We were hoping we could get it done for this one, but didn't quite make it. So we will begin that process at the next meeting. And since Mike is out of town, our Chief Brown is out of town this week, I would like to ask Steve Woods, our Assistant Chief, if there's any comments you would like to make about whatever's been going on.
Well, everything that's going on, talking to Mike, because we've had mechanics in working on some of the equipment, and boy, it's like a rock wall, the stuff that's wrong. I mean, unbelievable. I would have never fathomed it. There's so much work to be done, and it's almost like some of this stuff would be better off going over to surplus, and we got friends over there, or people that already offered 4 months ago and were ready for it, that it might be cheaper just to get other stuff than it was going to cost to fix this stuff. But like, it was just a rock wall, stuff that sat so long they couldn't even release the brakes on a tender there. The mechanics could, and they broke other stuff trying to get it off to get in there to work on them. And all sorts of stuff on like the aid rig, underneath, torque arms broke off and unbolted, not on purpose, just lack of maintenance for all these years. But along with that, we got our first wildfire out here the other night, and one of the things we're going to do is an online classes for wildland, and to get things rolling, and we'll get that going, and then we'll work with you, and probably have Greg too along with it to help out to get things going. But we're going forward. We're going to go forward fast on that.
Yeah.
Because even when we we have a call, by the time MACECOM tones it out, Greg's crew's down at Dayton, then having to come out, that's, extra time. I mean, they're going to, you don't realize it when they tone MACECOM, and by the time MACECOM gets it to the districts, that's a lot of time right there. And then for them to get rolling this way, people, and get going ahead of time, it's a win-win situation. And then as time goes on, we'll start doing a lot more training with the equipment when we get it running. To become an actual fire district with insurance.
Well, we'll work to get there, Deputy Chief, and I might commend you and your team. Having lived here since 2009, having come home from the grocery store a couple days ago, I saw the Nawatzel truck outside the station, probably in various states of disrepair, for the first time since I've lived here in 15 years. So, well done to you, Chief Brown, and the team that's working on that.
There's a lot of unsung heroes on this, because I've been so busy that I haven't got to be right tied in. I've been part of it. I haven't been tied into it at the moment. But the ones that need a big applause is everybody that's here, and there was a bunch more that couldn't make it tonight. It was a big thing through the community on this.
Again, I would like to thank the volunteers. Like we said last week, our last meeting, the volunteers are carrying this district a lot, and I hate to see what it's going to look like by the end of this summer as far as how worn out you guys are, but thank you for your efforts.
And we continue to have more stepping up, too.
Yes, yes. Dave, do you have any comments?
Did they know a cause of that fire?
Oh, they probably know. Well, I know, but we won't talk about that.
Okay, I didn't know that might have, that's what, but that's what.
Human cause.
Fire department.
Huh?
Human cause.
Okay, Dave? Or do you want, we'll start with Steve since he's two now. Do you have any
No further
comments?
comments, no.
Okay.
No, Chairman.
Okay, Dave?
I move that we adjourn.
Okay. Oh, wait, before we haven't addressed the good of the order
Oh,
section.
whoops.
Does anybody have any good of the order from the community?
I would like to make
Yeah.
an announcement. Schweitzer Strong Foundation, this is Chad Schweitzer, has paid for all of the training for the rental here, for the training team and for commissioners meetings. I just wanted to make that known for the next 3 months.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. So, and then before you say, make a motion for adjournment, I just want to say hi to my little brother in Dubai.
Hi, Jason.
Bill?
Back, Steve, I stopped by to talk to mechanics a couple days ago, and they've kind of given those vehicles a once-over. They found more stuff wrong than 2 of the vehicles while I was there.
Yeah, it's just, every time they turn around or look at something, they find more.
Well, I stopped down there and Mike showed me the kitchen because we haven't seen it for months. And all the cabinets were stuffed with mouse and candy. Wherever there was a drawer, there was mice. Every one of them.
You sure that wasn't something they call an Asian
Well, I don't
problem?
know who ate all that candy. Boy.
Well, that's easy to see.
Okay, Kim?
I've been out on a majority of the calls that our CERT team, first responders have gone on. And there's a few of them in the room tonight. Every place we have gone, the welcome we have gotten when we walk in the door, the heartfelt thankfulness, the relief on people's faces. And because we're people that they know and recognize, Deb, from the community, Scott Remings, they're another one that is just so supportive of people and what they're going through. It's thanks enough for us. Just the way the community has responded has been touching and amazing. There's so much behind us. And you guys made this happen.
You guys made this happen.
The community made this happen.
We all got the ball rolling.
Oh, dear. I had something I Anyway, now,
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
motion is being made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion-
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everyone.